Let me show you how to build these. Alright, let's get into it. So this video is mostly for homeowners. So if you are a homeowner, you probably don't have this saw. This is called a track saw. So what I would recommend doing is wherever you buy the plywood at, like Lowe's or Home Depot, they do have panel saws there. So depending upon the size of the shelf that you want, I would have them pre-cut it. Plus transporting it home, it will make life a whole lot easier. So I'm fortunate enough to have a track saw, so that is what I'm doing. I'm cutting 3 sheets and I have some rigid foam underneath so that way it doesn't cut through the supports. Now for my shelves, I built them exactly 8 feet long and 2 feet wide. So those inside center supports are 3 inches less than 2 feet. So they're 21 inches. And that allows me, with 1.5 inches on either side, to have a full 24 inches. So what I did was I ripped the sheets in half, which basically gives you 24 and 24 because they're 4 by 8 sheets. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail it off. Now I understand that most homeowners probably do not have a nail gun. You can obviously use screws. I did basically everything out of nails, so just to save time and make things go faster, but obviously in your case, you can just use screws. So for these ones, I would probably recommend like a 2-inch or 2 1/4. Now, I would say about 99.9% of the time, a 4 by 8 sheet is square. So as you can see right here, my framing was not. So what I did was I put a screw in, I used my hammer, and I pulled the framing towards the sheet. And now you can see it's nice and flush. Now I'm going to do it on the long side. This side really didn't need it, but just for demonstration purposes, I wanted to show you. Again, put the screw in, nail it down, and you're good to go. So for anyone curious, those grip right nails on the right are what I'm using. I think they're like 2.5 ring shank hot dip galvanized nails. Again, you do not have to use them if you're a homeowner, just use screws. But if you are going to nail it by hand, for example, I would recommend using a ring shank. It helps prevent pull out. Alright, now I'm using my speed square just to get a reference point so I can nail the center supports. And basically the remainder of the video, I actually talk into the camera. For whatever reason, my audio wasn't working. And I really don't get into size or dimensions because your application might be different. You might have bigger boxes or things you want to put on your shelf. This video is simply to show tools, techniques, and the way I did mine. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have what we call a storyboard, basically one board that I have marks on to show where I want the shelves. So I'm not going to give you any measurements on that because ultimately that is your prerogative, what you want, the spacing depending upon the bins or whatever the case may be. So I'll leave that up to you, but essentially for these, I just have the same spacing in between, and I'm intentionally leaving a little bit on top for things I need to do in the future. So I marked them both top and bottom. Just for video purposes. If I was doing this myself, I would just have one line marking the shelf. Just for speed, I'm going to use a nail gun. But for homeowners, they probably don't have one, so you can just install screws. All right, and then we're going to repeat the process on this side. So all I'm doing is lining up the 2x4 with the end and my marks. All right, with that done, next step is to do the middle shelf. So they're already in here. So all I need to do is just stand them up. So obviously I have headphones in. I could not hear that our mechanic put music on, and due to trademark infringement, I cannot have it. So I isolated my voice, so you will hear very strange audio or moans or grunts or whatever. But unfortunately, I had no other option, or else basically I'd have to do a voiceover for the entire thing. All right, with these nailed off, the easiest way to check if it's square is to just hook your tape measure on the end there. And let's confirm this. All right, now that the shelves are square, I just use nails to temporarily hold it. But what I'm going to use are these U2 fasteners. Now these are 2 7/8. And the reason we use 2 7/8 is because if you countersink it a little bit, that 1/8 of an inch, because you have 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches, I don't want the screws coming out the backside. So highly recommend checking these out. If you're going to do a lot of U2 fasteners, or pretty much any fastener nowadays in America, we have star bits. So these are a T10 all the way up to a T40. And as you can see, they're color coordinated. So there's a little clip right there, which would be great to hook onto your belt or whatever. But I would highly recommend checking out and picking up one of these as well. So if you have a bunch of them in your hand, you want them all facing the same way. So what you're going to do is flip over these heads like that. So now, when you go to screw it in, all you do is roll your thumb, boom, you're ready to go. One thing that I think is worth noting is these type of shelves are obviously going to go in a basement, in a shed, in a garage. Typically will not have a level floor. So if you look at the bottom facing us, you can see I left about 1 inch of the 2x4 below the first shelf. And the reason I did that was if I wanted to, I can adjust the height. Obviously they sell things to do that, or I could just simply just cut a little bit off the 2x4 so that way that the shelf is perfectly plumb and level. All right, and now we're ready to do the other side. Since I'm working by myself, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it up, install the bottom one, and then lay it down to install the other one. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna lift this up. Turn it a little bit so the audience can see. And since I already have the 2x4s pre-marked, makes life a whole lot easier. And that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Now, a couple things. What we're putting on these shelves are not that heavy. So I only did 4 supports, which will be more than sufficient. If you wanted to, you can obviously add a center support, or if you wanted to, you could add basically in between each shelf, double up the 2x4s. That would significantly help the strength of it. But again, in our application, I didn't need it. And also I tried to build the simplest shelves known to man. So there's plenty of other ways to do it, but I think this one works. So be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video.